Hey, it's Mike.
And Mike.
From Dogmite Games, and we're kicking ass here on Legends of Tabletop.
Booyah!
Nice, thanks guys. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Doing good.
And we're kicking ass here on Legends of Tabletop.
Oh, we're catching your guys.
Nice, thanks guys, how's it going? Good,
I can hear me through you.
Yeah.
Infinite loop.
We're catching your guys. Uh-oh. This could be problematic.
This is kind of funny, actually.
I think we could do the hour and 45 this way pretty easily.
Yeah. Can you guys sit back from the... Do you have an external mic?
Does someone over there have the YouTube page open?
If you guys are using an external, if you could move back from the computer a little bit, because it sounds like your speakers are maybe picking that up.
All across the fucking room over here. Just go out by the shelves.
Well, we're off to a roaring start here.
There you go.
We're having a few technical difficulties for whoever's listening there. We'll try to get these sorted out.
Yes. Bear with us. I'm sure it'll be fun.
You guys want to share a pair of headphones over there? Or?
You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Alright, I'm gonna mute us when we're not talking, and we won't get the infinite echo.
All right, that's fair enough. We'll try that. All right, so we'll start with something simple. How do you guys know each other? Old high school friends, college buddies? How'd that work out?
Have the same stylist.
You have to unmute when you put the headphones on.
What the hell's going on over there?
You guys are killing me. You're still muted.
All right. How's that?
Oh, there you are.
There you go. All right.
I can hear you guys really well.
Okay, well that's something.
Share an earphone and then put them on.
Can you hear them?
No.
Mike can't hear you guys.
Yeah, when you have the headphones on, you're gonna get us direct.
Yeah.
Were you guys using an open mic over there? Do you have like an external mic that you're using, or?
I can hear everything, but it's like
we were using the
10
external mic.
seconds repeated.
It actually sounded like you had a tab in your browser open and you were watching what we were broadcasting.
Do you have another laptop or another PC with another set of headphones?
Let's see here. How's that?
You sound fine now with the headphones on.
Yeah, that's cool. We can.
I can hear. I can kind of hear.
We can buddy boy the headphones.
All right.
That works.
So how did you guys meet?
I don't even know this guy. We're neighbors, actually. Well, you can hear what they're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, Mike just lives down the street, actually. I think I don't even remember. It was our first date was at...
We met through friends.
Yeah, that was...
We live in like a lake community, so we're out on the lakes often.
Yeah.
And meet a lot of people that way.
Cool. So you're pirates.
Yeah, but actually, you know what? The local high school, it's Pinckney, and it's the Pinckney Pirates here.
Oh, okay.
Go Pirates.
There you go.
You believe that? But yeah,
You have to repeat the question.
You want me to repeat all the questions?
Yes.
Okay, they want to know how we met. You already heard that one? Okay. Let me see, maybe I can...
Did you guys share like a love of gaming that kind of brought you guys together, or was it just like, hey, let's go out and grab a beer and play some horseshoes?
Yeah, a little of both, really. I mean, we definitely do the horseshoes, but we definitely, Mike and I started gaming together. We started playing, like, Game of Thrones card game was really big.
We did a lot of board gaming.
A lot of board gaming, too. And really, we started off the company by making a card game first, and then a board game after that, and then got into the wooden stuff because we offered it as an accessory to our second game, and it really took off. So
Cool.
that's what brought us into this, which is really where we should be, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've been doing woodworking for like, I don't know, like 10 or 12 years now, and it was kind of an aside, and we just sort of fell into it, and Mike's got like a natural flair for it, and he's kind of holds up the artistic side of things, if you will. So it's worked out nice.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of fell into it, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. So do you guys have like regular 9-to-5 jobs? Are you guys all in with Dogmite? Like, is this your thing now, or?
We're all in. I teach at a university, one class, but other than that, that's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm full time. We get another full time guy and a few other part time guys that come in and out based on our lead times in the season and that sort of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys met a little bit with gaming. Do you guys still get a chance to play games at all, or?
Not as much as we like, but we've been running a weekly Pathfinder game in the wood shop once a week. I DM
nice.
for these guys, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's our foreman's first RPG ever, so he gets
really?
a lot of hand. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Do you guys do a lot of 3.5? Was that a natural progression to Pathfinder for you, or?
Man, I've been in a separate campaign, and we've been playing. We're playing 3.5 when they transitioned to Paizo in the Pathfinder years, and we were on a 2-year campaign then, and we played another year and a half under the Paizo rules, and then took about a year and a half off, restarted. So I'm in another campaign, and we're just using Pathfinder because we know it, and isn't that why most people stick with the system, I guess?
Yeah, it's comfortable and it's easy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And for these guys, we just started with Pathfinder because I had all the books.
Right.
It's a major investment.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Yep.
Did
The
you?
artwork's beautiful too. The artwork is beautiful in the rule books.
Artwork's beautiful in the what?
In the rule books for
3.5.
Oh, yeah.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Did you see Sandy Peterson's doing a Kickstarter for a Cthulhu mythos for Pathfinder?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was looking at that today.
Yep.
Looks pretty sweet.
They'll do well.
Oh yeah, this stuff usually does.
They have such a loyal following. Anything with the Cthulhu mythos, it's amazing. It's zealots. It's
Yeah.
insane.
One of us.
Yeah, right. It's easily like a third of our sales. It's not Cthulhu, mind you, but tentacles or squids seem to be very popular in our stuff as well. So
Yeah. Have you guys ever played any of the Cthulhu RPGs, Call of Cthulhu, Trail of Cthulhu, anything like that?
not the RPGs, the board game, Arkham Horror and stuff,
yeah.
but not the RPGs.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Good. You?
I played a little bit of Call of Cthulhu, 1 or 2 games of Trail.
Mm-hmm.
I've read the books, and I'm in. Vince and I went to Necronomicon last year, the convention up in Providence. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Very good group of people.
Yeah. We talk about that a lot. We're amazed at everywhere we go, every convention that we go to, that people are just amazingly nice, uniformly. It's really, really nice. I don't think we could be in a nicer industry.
You guys are gonna kill me on the editing later.
Just don't edit it. It's fine. We're good.
Well, yeah. I think in general, for the most part, it's a really good community. You get your outliers with anything.
Yep.
But conventions, they're usually pretty fun. Do you guys do a lot of conventions?
We did 3 last year. We're doing 4 this year. We were gonna go to Gamma, but we backed out.
Mhm.
Just too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us, a lot of it is product because we're not manufacturing overseas and just ordering more product. We're
Right.
creating product. So to commit to a convention is a big deal for us because we have to invest a lot of labor and hours into building up stock to be able to take with us. So we're kind of balancing that with the right amount of conventions and our other product cycles and things like that is sort of key for us. So we try to keep those in cycles, where the summer is sort of the convention convention trail for us.
Right.
And then we'll try to do some Kickstarters in the off season, that sort of thing.
You guys gonna do Gen Con this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess that's the big one for for everybody.
Yeah, they expanded. They opened a lot of space up this year.
Did you guys have to fight for that raffle thing to get the space, the retail space?
We were close. We were right on the edge of it, and we lucked out. We don't know the exact inner workings of it at all, but we lucked out. We got a double booth, which we're pleased about. So
yeah, we wanted more space.
Yep.
And that was sort of the issue, but they've changed things to like priority points and that sort of thing too. So it's kind of, if you've been there for a while, you get some priority in the Gen Con queue, which is nice.
We bribed them with raw lumber.
Yeah.
Bribed them with
It was
wood.
nice timber.
It was
too.
nice. It was nice
quality
Yep.
quality timber.
Yep.
Nice.
Just say
Very cool.
the Gamma people will be having some really nice fires in their hearths for a couple of years.
Nice smelling woods.
There you go. So this is your fifth Kickstarter now?
Fifth with this company. We did one before that. Is that right?
We did Lake Billy. The first one we did was prior to this, and then this would be our sixth, I guess.
Our sixth. Yep.
Wow.
Sweet. Are you surprised by the response that you get? From the fans, be like, wow, that's it's so cool. I mean, not that it's not cool, but like, are you just blown away by?
We're surprised we get any response with anything we do, really.
Nice.
I mean, the stuff is amazing. I mean, everything that's
beautiful,
on the
yeah.
Kickstarter, on the website. I mean, it's just quality, just top
Thank
notch.
you.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a different thing from kind of conceptually coming up with something and making it to that boundary from coming up with an idea to taking it to market. And when something gets out there sort of in the masses and you're seeing reviews and people commenting and things on the product, the stuff kind of takes on a life of its own, So it's kind of out there, and it is this thing that's like more nebulous and not, you don't own it. It's not like how you sort of conceptualized it. So that's very interesting for us. And initially, not so much now, but initially we kind of struggle with that. You have to at some point be able to relinquish control of that. When so many people get their hands on it, and whether the feedback is positive or negative, and luckily enough, most of our feedback has been really positive.
Right.
That people are totally entitled to what they think about it, and that's awesome. And it really will put you in your place in the universe pretty quickly.
Yeah.
No, it's certainly been a journey.
Yep.
A lot of fun.
It's hot too. A lot of when we prototype, we make 100 of whatever product we're making. So by the time we launch it on a Kickstarter, we've seen it. So we kind of lose that freshness and lose that fresh eye to it. So we're always kind of surprised that people pick out something different that we'd never noticed.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting. So the new Kickstarters for the new
Dragon
Kickstarter for the Dragon Sheath. I'm only partway through one. I don't know what the problem is. Tell us a little bit about the project. Oh, there you are. This is going to be good for the audio later.
He's holding up one by his forehead.
So what was the initial thought behind the Dragon Sheath? Tell us a little bit about the project.
This one we were kind of, like Mike had mentioned before, we play a lot of Pathfinder in the shop. We try to do like a weekly game. And most of the guys are work in the shop, but then there's a few other guys that don't, just friends of ours and peripheral folks. And a lot of these guys, in this case, we were introducing them to the gaming system, had never done it before, had kind of had like an interest in fancy stuff and books and things like that, but had never really played in an RPG before. we ended up, they collect all a bunch of dice and a character and all this stuff, and we had these like plastic crates and things we were using, and we had done the adventure case prior to that, and so we were whipping out these like huge massive cases for a GM that has like screening, and it's like this really complex advanced thing, and we wanted to give these guys something that they could just, here's your figure, here's your dice, this is all you need, this little traveler that you can stick in your pocket. And so that's kind of initially where the idea for the thing came from.
Yep.
And then we, being the obsessive kind of folks we are, we needed to do it in 40 different woods and with 50 sculpts and different interiors for everything you can think of, and yeah, really for us, we'll come up with a product and get caught up in the coolness. I think both of us, we kind of like, oh, that's a really neat idea, and then we'll like immediately just dive right into it,
right?
And come up with these things like a phoenix and a bow, and we get like a wizard's staff, and there's just heaps and heaps of different designs and things, and it's kind of like a fatal flaw. Like we've got like 50 or 60 of these, and we're running the Kickstarter, and people are making suggestions, and we're like, yeah, okay, let's do that. That sounds cool, and we're releasing more as we go. And we end up with this like massive list of options and things. But it's cool, and it ends up with a lot of that like community feedback. It ends up being something that's, like we talked about before, a little bit, we relinquish a little of that control, and sort of the community gives us feedback. They're like, we want to see a thing on the inside that has foam for 3 minis and a spot for dice like this. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we'll come up with it, and same thing with the sculpts. So a lot of the times, really, for us, I think it's stuff that we think is cool.
Yeah.
Because as players, that's what we look for.
That's it, and we love the sculpts. I think it's kind of this product in particular is a natural extension of the sculpts that we did on top of the adventure case. It's similar in scale, similar in orientation, and I thought we had a lot of conversations about how we could push that sculpting to make it feel more like a sculpture, and like limiting the scope of that and cropping the imagery that we put inside that sculpt. So it was truly something different that, I don't know, hasn't been explored before.
Is that Phoenix?
Yep.
That's a Phoenix and Fireball?
So it's not all-inclusive within the boundaries of the box itself, and it breaks outside of that exterior. And we just thought it was cool, and it felt really good, and we could do it. So that's I guess one of the things we do is, like, can we do it?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, 12 other ideas already for projects coming up. So
yeah.
We're always brainstorming. We have Creative Fridays, and Friday at noon, everybody in the shop stops and they can work on whatever they want. So we have on our website we have Witch Shop exclusives, and that's kind of the sowing of that harvest kind of. And we made big war hammers and swords, and it's really anything that you want to make to kind of keep that energy in the shop and idea generation going.
Right. Now, I noticed in the exclusives there, quite a few of the products were sold out. Are there things that you could bring back if someone was interested, or was that like, we made 10 and that's it?
We'll do whatever you want, man.
Yeah. Well,
you want like a giant warhammer with a ferret jumping off a diving board, and the ladder is the handle of the warhammer? We can do that.
Yep.
Sweet. I had an idea just like that.
So the customization is pretty wide open.
That's like one of the funnest parts. We do a lot of like commissions and custom pieces, and a part of like the dice chest is like custom metal, and we're getting into custom sculpture, and it's that pushing that boundary is always really cool. Like to have somebody come in and say, can you do it this way with the sculpt, and we're like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and then we take it one step further too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we sit back and we have 6 beers and figure out how it would work.
Nice.
What are you guys drinking tonight? Looks like you're drinking the same thing.
Guinness, Bass.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guinness was on. They were doing the St. Patty's Day sale at the grocery store, so I had to get some Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. I got a Sam Adams grapefruit IPA.
Nice.
Different. It tastes like grapefruit.
IPA drinker. This guy only drinks Guinness. That's all he drinks.
The IPA is nice if it's got enough citrus in it. Otherwise, it's just too damn bitter.
I would agree.
Where you guys out of? You're out of Arizona?
I'm in Arizona. Vince is in Jersey still.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm originally from New Jersey.
Founders IPAs, like Centennial IPA. I don't know if you guys get those. That might be local.
I could probably get up at the liquor store.
Yeah, there's Founders Azteca or something.
Mm.
It's Mayan hops, something odd, but it's amazing.
That sounds good. I usually just drink Blue Moon. It's got it's pretty even flavor. It's good. But I'm always up for something weird. Hence grapefruit beer.
Mayan hops is a little weird. I'm guessing.
Oh man. So how long does it take to make one of those Dragon Sheaths?
About 6 minutes.
Oh, that's it? You're supposed to sell it up a little bit.
Hours.
we get asked that a lot, and oftentimes our production runs are really big, so we're not just doing one, we're doing 50,
Yeah.
and it depends on the amount of guys we have in the shop and that sort of thing, but typically, a handful of hours, give or take.
I guess how much could we make in a week is a more accurate.
Yeah, I think we're promising for this Kickstarter, like, deliveries like 50 a month, I think, something like that, and that's a little conservative.
Yep.
And that's kind of variable product to product. Like the adventure cases are a lot more labor intensive.
A lot more moving parts there.
Yeah, definitely. That was.
We just made 500 of those over the last 9 months. Yeah.
Wow.
We're not going to run any sales on those anytime soon, if you know what I mean. A break is fine with us.
Yeah. Is it something? I'm not familiar with woodworking at all. You load up the template in a computer program and then the machine does the work for you, or is it more labor intensive as far as you having to kind of move things around and make the cuts and?
Yeah. It depends on the product. A lot of the CNCing itself is machine time, which can be pretty process intensive. But in terms of like in a lot of cases, like we do a dice tower, for example, that's has a full sculpt on the outside. So part of that is generating the blanks with the CNC, and then the other half of that is making it all fit together and doing the cuts accordingly. So product to product, it's very different. On the adventure case, for example, it's really a lot of labor because basically we're building this really complex box, and then the CNCing is just the symbol on the top.
Okay.
So that process is different product to product.
This product especially, I think a lot of the work is done before we even get to the wood, and it's the artwork that I do to draw the designs or the sculpting that Mike does. That's where a lot of the labor lies.
Yeah.
The machining time is, it is what it is, and depending on the sculpt, it takes however long, and then we just finesse the wood afterwards. But other than that, most of the work is done in the design.
Right. So you got to be a designer, computer programmer, and all that other stuff.
Lots of hats.
Yeah.
He does the computer stuff. I have no idea what's going on. I draw.
This is the computer.
Right, this is the computer. Those guys are tiny.
I'm in the same boat. I depend on Vince for all that stuff. I'm like, something's broken, you need to fix it.
Right. Yep.
It's interesting how that you always end up playing to your strengths in that, especially like in a woodworking shop. We try to move around as much of that sort of responsibility and to get everyone flexible. But at the end of the day, you tend to play to your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
We all sort of have kind of areas. Mike being the artist, he does a lot of the finishing work and a lot of like the fine handling and detail and that sort of thing. And I do a lot of the machining work, and then our other guys have their own areas of specialties. So it's interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
cool.
But we don't want to get too brittle. Everyone needs to be able to do everything. So it's fun. It's a lot of like logistics, I would say. Like going out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
I think that maybe that's like, in terms of like our product focus in general, is just like pushing the envelope. What can we do next that we can't even think of right now that would be really interesting and cool, and what is that neat idea that we can just try to make it something like cool and different and something that people would want to hold.
Right. And we're good at that. I think we're good at brainstorming and kind of freeing the minds.
Like a wooden baby.
Yeah.
Like my child.
So all the products are already in the wood. You're just coaxing them out.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like a Zen thing.
Yep.
That's good.
Sculptures.
That's a sculpture thing.
Yeah. I figured it was appropriate.
It works.
So
it's not weird if the wood is speaking to us.
No.
That's normal, right?
probably not, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe.
Are you guys made of wood?
Nothing is speaking right now.
Well. So, sitting right now, before we got on, you were 3,462% funded. How long did it take you guys to reach your initial funding goal?
I think this one was like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Was it really?
You know, we're getting to a point where we've been around for a couple of years, and we finally have like a really nice, like, loyal fan base, and it certainly is a boon on a Kickstarter to be able to send an email to 5,000 people or what have you, and they go, "Wow, this is great." It certainly makes it a lot easier, because I remember when we first started doing them, you know, you're walking in cold, and you're soliciting your friends and your Aunt Linda and
my Aunt Linda pushed us over the edge on our first Kickstarter.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But now
She's not a gamer.
I was gonna say, was it like for her like Eclipse Phase game or?
But now it's cool because we talk to these people online, then we'll go to a show, we get to meet so many of them, which is like that like full circle sort of holistic thing. We talked about going from like conception and coming up with ideas and generating the product and putting it in market, but then having the person that bought it come over and like go out of their way to say, this is so cool. It's like, it's really like rewarding.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked to Rohit from Gamers Plane last week, and he said he came up to you guys, I guess maybe at Gen Con or something like that, and you're like, "Hey, here you go. Here's the thing. Great to meet you."
We love to give stuff away. And he walked up and he's like, "Hey, I'm a reviewer. Do you have any interest in having your product reviewed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, take something." And he was blown away. He's like, obviously not everyone is as generous, but yeah, we love to give things away and have them out there.
Yeah.
He's a great guy too. Really, I like that guy. He's got some zeal, man.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun to talk to.
Good.
I was surprised. You said you guys are so generous. When the Kickstarter was first going on, I'd just made a comment just to make a comment, because you guys have been working with him for a little bit with the dice towers and stuff, and I just wanted to say, hey, like, you guys are doing great work. And they're like, here, I'm going to send you something if you want it. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, why would I say no?
You need any money?
So thank you for sending it for review. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no problem. And I mean, we're not like sending rockets to the moon.
Right.
We're building game accessories, and we're not. We want to talk to people. We don't want to be abstracted and like you have to talk through the secretary and that sort of thing. We want to come to the trade show booth and we'll shoot the shit with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is what we do. We like doing it. Come and talk to us.
Yep.
Offer tours of the shop for people who are in the area.
Yeah, as long as you bring the beer.
Hey, when I go
on our website, we had a line that said, "Come by and lose a finger."
Oh,
sign this waiver.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when I go to the tattoo shop. I bring beer when I go. So I'm used to that. Are you guys able to? What's that, Vince?
As long as he drinks it after he's done working on your tat.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well,
no saws after drinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Safety first.
That's right.
Made that mistake 4 times.
Hey, look, already you're a public service announcement too.
Yeah. Are you guys able to local source any of your wood for like the more native species, the white oak, things like that?
Yeah, everything we get local in Michigan, if possible. Obviously, the stuff the exotic woods that are imported, we buy locally. So we go through a few local mills around here where we at least can support, local business. Mind you, they're buying a lot of it from Africa and South America and that sort of thing, but
Sure.
at least sort of make a dent in that instead of, ordering it online from who knows.
Right.
Yeah. Do any of the are you aware, or any of the companies that you're working with, do they do sustainable harvesting, stuff
Yes.
like that for the companies pulling from Africa and all?
The mill we work with works exclusively with lumber producers that do sustainable
Yeah, and a lot of that,
growth.
there's a lot of import regulations that are changing in the wood industry lately, because of species that are over harvested, and even the guy we work with, he's has importers who have lumber like stuck in port because they've changed the rules for importing this particular species, and it's nice to see the government getting involved in that and at least saying, look, this is no good on our end. Mind you, the countries that are being exploited are willing to sell it, but
Yeah.
the guys that are buying it are saying, the government's saying, hey, it's got to be sustainable species and that sort of thing. And we're really particular about the species of wood that we get for a variety of reasons, obviously.
Right.
Like workability, availability, if we can get it locally, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Reliability, can we get it again, is important.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's cool. It's cool to hear that you guys are into this sustainability and being I'm going to say respectful. It's not the right word, but being proactive about that sort of stuff. Because I think most companies are like, screw it, we're just going to get whatever. So being
Right.
a local business, small business, where you could maybe cut corners and be like, hey, I can get it from this guy cheaper on the corner. You're not going that route. So that's, feather in the cap to you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, when we started a couple of years ago, we actually harvested lumber off of the property here, and had a portable mill come in, and we logged all the timber and brought it up with machinery and milled it all and dried it for a year and went through the whole process. So for us, we know what it's like to, cut down trees with a chainsaw and take them and turn them into product, and it's a long, involved process, and there's a reason why there's regulations and things around it.
All right.
It was a great
basically
starting point for us,
lumber
though, too,
jack.
because we had basically free lumber to start the company with. And
Right.
I don't know how much we got, 1,200 board
1,200
feet.
board, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's an enormous amount that put us through our first 2 wood Kickstarters, wood accessory Kickstarters. So
Now, is this like the business model for you guys now? Is essentially, you have the website, but mainly like a Kickstarter and convention sort of scenario?
Yeah, we're really starting to try to move to a bit of a manufacturing role. So we've partnered with a few different people to build gaming products for them, like so particularly for their game or a case with their logo on it and that sort of thing. Because it's we hit the streets a lot and we do a lot of the footwork ourselves. We're a small shop, so Mike and I are at every show. You're talking to us on the Kickstarter. You contact us through the website. It's us. There's an owner taking care of you through the whole process.
we're looking for other people to take over that responsibility if you know anyone. I'm a little tired. No.
So we're really, we want to keep doing things. We like generating ideas and products, and that's sort of like what we really love about it. But at some point, we're growing enough where we have to, give up some of that control and step back a little bit. So it's a fine line to sort of dance. And the same thing in terms of like sales. We have Kickstarter cycles, we do the convention circuit, and we're starting to do more manufacturing. So it's interesting. We're not afraid to really go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
We love doing it, and if give us an excuse to do it, and we'll make something cool.
And it's it's the first time we've done this, so it's kind of in its infancy, and we're gonna see where it goes. And you have to explore whatever avenue kind of works as long as it feels right.
That makes sense. Do you see a point in the future where maybe you guys are out of the shop more and more in the office, making the deals and doing that sort of stuff, or do you want to have hands on.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
at all times.
I don't think we'll ever be out of the shop. That's we have to do the other stuff to make time for us to be in the shop. So
Right.
that's kind of our love first and foremost is turning wood into sawdust, really.
Yeah. I would love to have somebody else in the office making the deals with the products that we come up with. Would be
that'd be killer.
That's
fair.
That's what really.
Let's do that.
Thank you.
What are you doing for the next 3 years?
Well, if you weren't in Michigan, maybe. It's too cold out there. I was cold today. It was like 67 degrees. We had a couple of clouds. I was like, man, it's sucks out here today.
God.
That was almost our high today.
Yeah.
We hit
Not too bad.
54.
I'm gonna take a break for just a second.
Sure. Yeah, look at me.
That's pretty badass. I can see your axes up there on the shelf. That's cool.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah. Our trade show axes, we wear them around the shows and stuff and dress up like, I wouldn't say we dress up like lumberjacks, but that's kind of what we do all the time anyway. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of plaid going on.
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't own any clean clothes anymore. It's like all torn jeans and like shop dust on me right now.
There you go.
Oh, it's not dandruff. It's sawdust.
Hey, that's all right. It's a good, honest living.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's a lot of fun. It's interesting. And like I came from a programming background, and Mike is in fine arts. He teaches, so it's kind of a different sort of area of expertise for both of us. You know, I had done it as a hobby, and Mike had done some hobby work with me prior to this, but now it's really become 24/7. We're turning into like lumberjacks. You know, it's so weird. I used to sit at a desk for 10 hours a day, and now it's this really like robust physical job. So, but it
is liberating, I would imagine, to a certain extent, because most people are just kind of caged, like you say, behind a desk or whatever it is, and you're out just completely doing your own thing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's you hear a lot of like that cliches about people making things with their hands, but man, it's true, dude. I used to write programs with my hands, I suppose, but like creating things, like something that's this tangible thing that you can give to somebody is really satisfying.
Yeah,
sounds good. Trick.
Nope. we lost one Mike and gained another.
That's all right. We're both the same, pretty much. Making something with your hands is amazing. Yeah. No, that's all I heard. I was just trying to continue the conversation.
So, how long have you guys been playing RPG? Since you're a kid, or later?
Yeah, I started playing when I was, when does everybody start? Like 10, 12, I guess.
That's the window,
through probably 18, and then the long break where school.
There does seem to be a long break, like in history of gamers. There's a little bit of break, and then you come back to it.
Right, and I don't know if that's kids or career or college or any of those, but it started back about 10 years ago, and it's a kind of a funny story. I was waiting tables, and I was in art school waiting tables, and this guy came in, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said it had, what did it say? I can't remember exactly. It was like Dungeons and Dragons, but a switch on it was like people and basements or something, kind of the reverse of Dungeons and Dragons, but with a dragon's sensibility. I'm like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And he's like, oh, you play? And I'm like, no, I haven't in a decade. And he's like, well, we play. We're thinking of starting up a game. And that's my DM that I played with, 2 nights ago.
Sweet.
For the last 10 years. So, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we're good, solid friends now. All because of a T-shirt. You ever think of not wearing that dorky T-shirt into a restaurant? That's a reason.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool. So I'm a late bloomer. I didn't start until I was in college.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I was working at a restaurant at the time, and a guy was in Marines, came back, and we struck up a friendship. And he was like, "Oh, we play D&D and blah blah." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "You've never played?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh, you gotta come and play." So we played for a couple of years. And our group broke up and people moved away. And but it was still like the same cycle though. We played for a while, and got away from it for a little bit, and then I met Vince, and we started playing again, and then got away from it for that same thing, like maybe about 10 years.
Yeah.
And around the same time, about 2008, we started playing again, and now we're doing a podcast and the whole thing. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we have a good excuse because we make everybody test our products. So we're like, oh yeah, we have to game this week.
There you go.
Sorry, hon, I'm working.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
It's awesome.
It's weird. I think it's it's an activity unlike anything else, really. And unless you're an actor, I'm guessing, you really don't get that kind of release in a lot of ways, or that opportunity to step into something else. And
Yeah.
once you do it, you kind of miss it, and it's always kind of in the back of your mind. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoy watching like some of our guys were new to it this year or last year, and it's really interesting to watch them like become uninhibited. Like starting like I don't really know what's going on here, and like getting into the character, and then they're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Almost annoying too much now.
Well, why can't I take the 47 daggers out of the pile of dead bodies? Come on.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. No, that is cool to see people who haven't been able to do it before, never had the opportunity or whatever to come to it, because I think that's a natural progression too. You just kind of sit there, you're like, I'm not going to say anything, or I'm not going to speak in character, or what the hell are you guys talking about?
Right.
And to see someone become more comfortable, it's a really cool a cool thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's such like a like generates trust amongst the group, and like reliability and interaction and like bonding. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Especially with a small shop like yours, you guys all work together and play, and that's a really cool dynamic. Because even at any point, you'd be like, oh man, last night when blah 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 happened in the game, it just gives you another connection point to.
That reminded me of that time you cut off 3 of your fingers.
That's really cool. I wish I could do that at work.
Cut off your fingers?
No, get a game going.
Scissors?
No, I could burn myself with acid. I mean, that's probably not as much fun, maybe.
Same effect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or the liquid nitrogen you used before.
Yeah, before, yeah. But
You
I
like an LSD manufacturer or something? What do you do?
well, I worked at an environmental lab before, and
Oh, no, sorry. I'm on the DO.
Yep.
the transmission electron scopes we had a XRF unit on it, so that chilled with nitrogen. Now I work at another lab up at the mine here by me, and it's still lab work, but it's not environmental. It's all geared for, we do assays for the mine and stuff like that. But lots of acids and cooking a lot of stuff. It's
Drink the wine?
no. No.
No?
It puts food on the table. I mean, it's not all that exciting.
Food's good. Food's exciting.
Yeah.
It can be. Whoa, wait, what?
This is completely apropos of nothing, but do you guys watch hockey at all?
Oh my god, what?
I'm Canadian.
Right. So he pretty much is hockey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It is hockey.
I'm wearing skates right now.
I'm not sure OSHA would approve of that in the shop.
OSHA smosha.
Honestly. Fuck 'em.
No, I just wonder because I got an alert on my phone that said the Flyers won tonight. So if Pittsburgh lost, we're a couple of points closer to playoffs.
Yeah. We're about 30 minutes out of Detroit, so yeah, it's a pretty big hockey town.
Yeah. Just wondering.
Yep.
It's interesting for me and maybe 2 other people who listen to the show.
One and
The
a half
fuck
people.
does that have to do with dice?
I'm NFL football fan, college football, college basketball. Big MSU Spartans. guy.
Oh my God, you're not a Lions fan, are you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Have been for a long time.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I know. And even though you're in Arizona, I will
Well,
accept
no,
that.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Are you really?
I'm from Jersey originally.
Wow.
Fuck the Giants and fuck the Jets. And anybody but Dallas.
Yes, I'm with you there.
Oh man. Completely apropos of nothing, and nobody listening is going to care. But when the Eagles signed Vic, I stopped watching the team altogether.
Mm.
So I went about 7 years with no football.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's quite a stance. I had him on my fantasy league one year when he sucked.
He sucked every year.
Yeah.
Don't Americans require football once a year? They perish.
Well, I watched the Super Bowl anyway because it's an event.
Yep.
But I couldn't. Yeah. Well, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, boycott the team. Oh well. All right. Well, you guys want to wrap up into the final five here?
Sure.
Yeah.
We have
Wrap it up.
5 geeky/nerdy related questions. It's kind of a binary thing. You can either answer yes or no, or if you want to expound on your answers, we can do that as well.
So not football.
It's
No, not football. No. Sorry.
nothing geeky about football. All right. So Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
All right. Cool. Did you guys see the new movie or no?
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old, so I
Just saw the movie. Yeah.
live, sleep, breathe Star Wars these days.
Yeah. Are you watching Rebels on Disney or no?
I don't know what Rebels is. Is that the Clone Wars?
They axed the Clone Wars when Disney picked it up, and Disney came out with their own cartoon called Rebels.
Oh, we have Netflix, so my son's been watching Clone Wars, so I've been deep into Clone Wars.
Clone
Not
Wars
Rebels
is
yet, though.
awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably will. Clone Wars is the Anakin that everybody was hoping for in those first 3 movies,
Mm.
and not what we got. Tabletop or video games?
Tabletop.
We published one, so
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm a big video game guy, a big PC video game guy, and I've written a video game
Oh yeah.
a few years back,
Yeah.
but tabletop, yeah.
Did the game get published, or was it something you were just kind of doing on the side?
Oh no! It was a huge time sink that I wasted my time, and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, but
It's really cool too. It really looked really good when I saw it.
Yeah.
what I like about tabletop, being a little bit older, and having a family and kids and older friends, and that is that social aspect of tabletop gaming that you don't get anywhere else. You can have that sort of group focus, which is really nice, and it can be a really cool bridge to between people and generations and things like that. That's why I like it.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
A lot more fun to drink playing a tabletop game than
Right.
PC.
Yeah, like by
That's for
yourself
sure.
in the dark playing Skyrim, having 8 beers.
Right.
It's not
It's fun.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't approve of that usually, but a beer in the shop and playing
working.
D&D.
We're researching and developing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a business meeting.
Well, and the game almost becomes background too at that point, because you're getting a chance to hang out and just kick back and bullshit a little bit.
Yeah.
DC or Marvel?
I'm a Marvel guy. I always have been.
I'm Canadian.
You don't have comics in Canada?
No, we do. I don't have a preference.
Yeah.
Vertigo.
Yeah. Dark Horse. Sci-fi or fantasy?
Fantasy for me. It's closer for him.
I read a lot of sci-fi, like a ton of sci-fi.
Mhm.
That's tough. I'm like 50-50,
You can say both. You can.
That's
I
fair.
would say both.
Flip
I
right
would say
in the middle.
like sci-fi literature, fantasy gaming,
Mhm.
fantasy in the bedroom.
Fair enough.
Put your ears back on. You're an elven princess.
I like the tech gadgets in the bedroom. I don't know.
Tech gadgets?
Tech gadgets.
My wife keeps taking her dwarven beard off. I'm like, why did I buy you a dwarven beard that you're just going to keep taking off?
We gotta wash it.
Then when you're done.
Yeah.
No, we'll let that one go.
All right, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisible would be pretty damn cool right off the get-go.
There you go. Does that go along with the tech in the bedroom?
It's unnecessary if
Well, you know.
it's unnecessary. I don't know.
You could be naked all the time if you were invisible too.
Yeah.
So there you
Could be naked all the time anyway.
go.
We have to do interviews. So we're really
Yeah.
we're only wearing shirts
And skates.
and skates. Yeah.
I wasn't kidding when I said all we had were flannel shirts.
We kind of figured.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I think invisible might be my answer. I don't know.
That's pretty solid.
It is.
X-ray vision.
Ah.
Now, would it be X-ray so that you could see like underneath the clothes, or X-ray so that you'd only see the bones?
More like controllable X-ray that I could
So
use
yes,
at my
all of that.
discretion.
Ah, see, I like that's a nice caveat.
Yeah.
It's almost like wishing for more wishes, but we'll let it go. And I think that's going to wrap us up. That's all I've got for you guys.
That would be
Fantastic.
fun.
Cool. Great talking to you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Anytime.
Well, I see on the website you've got another Kickstarter for the Dice Towers coming up later in the year. So if you guys are so inclined, want to come back on and pimp, we'll be
Yeah,
here.
you want one free? We'll give it to you. That's what we
Sure. I won't say no.
do. Any listeners want some free stuff? Just give us a call.
Hey, it's no extra work for me.
Tell us
True.
you want the dwarven bedroom beard discount.
The dirty dwarven bedroom beer discount.
Shit.
There's a product there.
Definitely.
Could be.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, we want to have everybody go over to dogmite.com and check out the website. I would read the ridiculously long Kickstarter thing, but just go to Kickstarter and search for Dragon Sheath. You've got about 5 days left as of this recording. You get some really cool product. The cheapest box, I think, is $30. It's just a plain white ash box. The sculpted boxes with your choice of interior starts at $60, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really awesome, and you guys will
love
definitely
it.
enjoy. Yeah, you'll love it.
You'll love it.
So go over,
Pretty bad.
check
Very
them out.
bad.
Come get some of our wood.
It's hardwood. The magnet thing is ridiculously ingenious. I love it.
Oh, thanks.
Those magnets are amazing.
Yeah,
you know,
they're really
we
stupid
we
strong.
we sourced a whole bunch of them, and they're like stunningly strong. Like they.
It'll break
Yeah.
your finger.
You could, you could get harmed with that shit.
I'm not even gonna need a table saw to cut off my next finger.
A little disclaimer in there.
All right, we want to thank everybody for checking it out. We had at least one viewer here going tonight, so thanks for checking it out live.
Thank you, one viewer.
You could send us comments and feedback, suggestions, whatever, to legendsoftabletop@gmail.com, or check out the website at www.legendsoftabletop.com and search for us on all the other social media sites, and you'll find us. So thanks for stopping by.
Dog out.